Trunks needs to follow up. He needs to follow up with a defensive move or another attack, because you cannot stay like that.
But the following hook kick lands flush to back and starts spamming
what
round.
The fuck is that? That's some ticking. Okay, I just want to say, like, this is a lot better than I thought. I thought it would be Trunks just flaying around and crying and then dying. Alright, boys, welcome back to another special day. In the last video, we watched Sensible Saiyan's Super Vegeta versus Cell. Second Form Cell and Perfect Cell. And my god, what a battle that was. The visual storytelling was just so much more. Like, we broke down so much stuff. There's no way the anime could have announced it, you know? It's kind of like if this fight was to be adapted into a book, this is what the book would write down. Or if it's like a JJK episode and then it plays that OST and then that narrator talks about how, you know, Vegeta's powerful attacks is basically his knee and the body gut punches and stuff like that. So it was a very good video. It was a very good fight to analyze. And next we have Trunks versus Perfect Cell. So who knows how this would go? To be honest, I have no freaking clue. I kind of forgot the whole fight. I don't even remember they were doing anything. Can't remember. So that's why we're going to dive in right now. So shout out to Sensible Saiyan. I need to say this every time we are reacting to his video, so please support Sensible Saiyan. I want you to watch the video first. It's in the link in the description. I want you to give him the watch minutes, the watch hours first. Give him the view, give him the like, give him the subscription, and then come back and watch this video. So yeah, let's get going.
Cell just got his belt back from Vegeta and the...
Oh my god, bro. Well, what's... In that point of time, was Vegeta actually the strongest in Earth? Maybe. If you don't count the hyperbolic time chamber as part of Earth.
Rematch after knocking him out in the second round with a shot to the spine.
Damn.
And immediately he's gonna have to defend his title against another challenger. Trunks is powering up to Super Saiyan Grade 3, and Cell is wondering what he has to offer in this matchup, as he's about to take on the new #1 contender. These two are getting ready to have a face-off, and like usual, we're going to break this fight down and score it with the 10-point must system. The fight is scheduled for 5 rounds.
This video is a lot shorter. It's about like 45% in terms of length as the other fights. So the fact that it's 5 rounds,
at the end of each round, the winner gets 10 points and the loser gets 9 points or less, depending on how badly they lost. If it goes all 5, the scores get tallied and the fighter with more points wins.
Oh, they are boxing.
But the fight can end in any round via stoppage. Okay, let's get right into it. Sound the bell. Round 1, let's go. So Cell's gonna open up the round with a head kick attempt.
Wow! Just a front kick. Trunks did good to pull.
But Trunks, alert, pulls back to dodge and tries to...
What the hell?
Sweep the legs.
So, Trunks is a bit taller. I'm trying to relate this to real fighting. Trunks is a bit taller, so he has a bit of leeway for not being that efficient in his technique. If you're a lot shorter, you got to be a lot more compact. You got to be a lot more spatially aware because you're shorter than most of your opponents. So that's why Vegeta was so efficient in terms of his defense, in terms of slipping and all that stuff. And then I feel like Trunks is just going to be a good balance between Goku and Vegeta.
But whoop! Another head kick attempt. But
I don't even know what he was trying to do there. Was he trying to like trip Cell?
This time a block.
Oh, okay. If you're down, okay. I'm trying to relate this to real fighting as much as possible. If you're grounded, like, if you crouch down like Cell, or you're a bit lower, blocking a head kick like that with just one hand is crazy.
The two fighters...
He is very confident that he won't get knocked out from
that. And then we
that.
see a heavy shot landed in the sky. It looks like Cell got clipped up top. Trunks on his tail winds up, lands again, and grounds his opponent. The fight just started and Krillin already thinks Cell lost, so he's in for a rude awakening when the android blasts his way out of the rubble. Why Krillin thought it was over, especially after seeing Cell survive the final flash? You tell me. Me personally, I think he got CTE on Namek. The two fighters are gonna lunge in and then
Don't worry, we got the Dragon Balls. That was pre-death, okay? If Shenron was a G, he would have restored the brain damage as well when he revived Krillin. Hopefully. Wait, how... Yeah, wait. This is a bit off topic. If you die, if you have CTE, you're basically damaged. Let's say Krillin, before coming into Namek, he had like broken bones, he has long-term brain damage, and then he dies by Frieza, and then Shenron revives him. Is he restored to perfect health, or is he restored to the condition that he was before his death? So is he gonna be revived with a bunch of like broken bones or like, you know, scar tissue and a brain damage? It sounds like I have brain damage too. I'm looking at the camera and I'm not used to looking at the preview screen. Can anyone clarify? Because, you know, you want to transfer things back to how it was because you want your fighting experience and your muscle memory as well. So maybe the cons come back to like the brain damage. I don't know.
Right before connecting, they disappear. Then we get an intense back.
Oh, okay. Okay, they are in the pocket right now. Okay, Trunks is actually connecting. And there's this giant piece of meat in the corner with the speed animation.
That looks even, but when you go frame by frame, it tells a different story. Right off the bat, we see.
I mean, Trunks landed there. That's pretty clean.
Trunks landing a headshot. Then 2 follow.
Oh, Trunks just landed the jab, and then that's his power shot, and then Sal knew to block that one.
Here
I think.
Block.
Okay, and then that again. Very, very, very arrogant guard right
Another
there.
One up top.
Oh my god! He followed it up. Yo, Trunks is spamming. He's the Vegeta genes. The Vegeta genes.
Lands for Trunks. And Cell wanting to counter here, but
he slipped.
Trunks dips down and to the right, which lines them up.
Yep, there you go. Yeah,
left,
perfect
but
counter.
He slips it on the inside.
Oh, Cell kept going. Yo, Trunks is kind of smart.
And counters, again landing up top. Pretty much the same sequence repeats here, and this is even crazier. Trunks is consistently landing the 3-piece up top and dodging everything Cell returns with.
Count it up.
Now, some of you might understandably be confused here, like how is Trunks in grade 3 able to exchange and consistently land on Cell when Vegeta in grade 2 couldn't even touch him?
That's because Cell isn't even trying. I'm just gonna predict what he's gonna say. This form is supposed to be
a lot more powerful, but a lot slower and a lot more energy draining. In the manga, you could see the speed issue right away in the fight, but the anime took kind of a different approach and made Trunks start the fight off looking pretty quick, which actually I'm not even mad at, because even though he's got those huge bulky muscles, the fight just started. Bro's basically been using his ATP system for energy. He should still be pretty fast here.
Shout out to Conor McGregor.
He's also clearly a fast twitch athlete, and Cell's
and I guess Ilya Taporia now.
Also willingly exchanging here because he wants to feel Trunks' power. He's not trying to punish him for revenge like he did against Vegeta. This one isn't personal, it's just fun. Back to the fight. Grab. Trunks is pushing Cell back, but he's keeping a strong frame here. So Trunks lets go, throws a high kick, duck under by.
Oh, okay. Oh, good chamber. I think Trunks needs to follow up. He needs to follow up with a defensive move or another attack, because you cannot stay like that.
But the following hook kick lands flush to the side of the head. Look, Cell was circling towards that shot here too.
That's a real move. So what real fighters do, you don't see it too often because you got to be very proficient in terms of your range. So a lot of taller fighters do it a lot with long legs. And they got to be proficient kickboxers. What they do, they kind of bait. They do like a lead leg kick. Not to land. If it lands, then it lands. Free kick. Oh my god. But it lands. And then what the opponent does, especially at the start of the fight or halfway through the fight, they don't know if they're going to follow up. So they obviously go back. They pull back. They don't know what they're going to do. And then they use their opportunity. They kind of have a good range of where they are instinctively. Because it's like pro fighter versus pro fighter. He's like, I know you're going to be there. So he feints. He makes it miss on purpose. And now he's in range for the big attack, which is the spinning heel kick. And for this instance, the spinning back kick.
No guard,
same shit.
Nothing.
Boom! You see? Look, Sal. I think that's what made Edson Barboza so dangerous. The spinning heel kick. Look, Sal looked like he was safe.
Trunks is out.
No, he wasn't. If there was a real fight between two fighters, Sal's dead.
Blood, listen to this.
I think that's the same for, if you watch the Mauricio Rufy versus Bobby Green fight or King Green fight, Rufy, he didn't want his lead hook to actually land. You can actually see the range. You can actually see when he threw that, it was a lot shorter. Like you can just tell in the replay, the slow motion replay, he wasn't even planning to land that lead hook. He just carried the motion of the lead hook to further land and connect and transition to a spinning heel kick, which was the actual connecting strike. And it landed so flush. It was crazy.
He winds up heavy and throws his right hand, but now you see the lack of speed. That shot was slow as molasses.
I think after that, I think Cell knew. They got the respect to Cell that kick, and then he's like, okay, now I think I gotta try.
Cell coming back with the right hand that Trunks
He's not smiling anymore.
dodges, but nah, this
And he's trying to
was
fight now.
sus. You had all this time to counter, and you're just now coming in with the shot. Looks slow too. He's definitely holding back here for sport. And Trunks is gonna start restraining himself here too, because he's worried about Vegeta's carcass getting caught in the crossfire. Krillin was supposed to get him out of there. They literally just talked about it before the fight started. Bro, where are you? Cell says,
Broly?
Trunks, I see you've learned a lot of Vegeta's moves. Now let me demonstrate how to do them properly. Cell
Damn.
comes in hot, but Trunks disappears, then comes in with the left hand, but a slip and rip to the body.
Oh my god.
Bruh, those are Goku Cells, no question. Trunks is hurt, gets sent flying from a sidekick again to the body. He tries to get up, but
Oh my god.
Cell is walking him down. Trunks dodges the head kick with the back handsprings, just like he did at the opening of the round, but he gets clipped again and dropped. Krillin thinks he's getting massacred, but he's signaling him like, no bro, I'm distracting him, because you didn't
Oh yeah. I was gonna say like, Trunks, what are you doing? Because he blocked the head kick before, and he did it pretty well, and he had leeway. He had time to do it.
get
So
Vegeta out of here like you said you would. And Krillin has the nerve to say,
What is he trying to tell me?
he finally gets the memo and the fight continues. Cell is coming in again, and Trunks lands a grazing kick on the way in. Again, but this time Cell lands up top. He tries to follow
the elbow
up with aggression, but Trunks catching block.
block. Oh, I wouldn't do a block like that unless you know for some strange reason that it's going to be a body straight. I mean a body jab. Look how exposed Trunks' chin is, you know?
Deflecting
Oh, goddamn the elbow
his
check.
punches, but Cell sneaks in an elbow up top that lands. Trunks comes back and starts spamming
What
round
the fuck is that? That's some ticking shit.
kicks to the body, and Cell lands
I don't know, that wouldn't work. You just won't generate enough power. Unless you're Trunks, then you can.
another elbow, this time to the solar
And you leave yourself so vulnerable because there's the wind up to actually kick. And I couldn't even imagine kicking more after the first kick and still being just as far. So Cell didn't even need to think. He was like, okay, just do 3 more. Bam.
plexus that
Elbow.
drops Trunks. Man, him trying to distract Cell is leading to some very bizarre exchanges here. But the mission is complete. Krillin secured the bag, so now Trunks
Oh my god. I feel like one of Vegeta's leg probably weighs as much as
can
Krillin.
start fighting freely. He's flying away, for some reason gripping Vegeta by the cheeks as round 1 comes.
I'm confused. Vegeta's got the leanest hamstrings, the biggest quads, is lean, and then his ass is nothing. Well, I need to go frame by that. Why has he got no ass? Powers from the ass. You should be doing squats. You should be doing leg presses up the bum hole. Not like that. That was an expression, but you get it.
As round 1 comes to a close. Look, I'm scoring this one a 10-9 in favor of Cell. And
Yep.
if you already thought the opening to this fight was bizarre, these stats aren't going to do you any favors. On paper, it looks like Trunks demolished Cell, but 42 of these 45 shots landed were A, from repeated frames, and B,
You see that too in some scorecards where it does look like there is a different narrative from what the judge is scoring it. Like, oh, he landed more, he threw more, and he landed more. So why isn't he winning the round? You gotta actually watch the round, you know.
didn't affect Cell really much at all. That's why, to make it a little more clear, for this fight I added a row for significant strikes landed, which Cell took this category no question. He landed the way better shots and had control of the round for a lot longer. But again, this round was just weird for a lot of reasons. Both fighters are locked in now though, as
I think he didn't have enough time to write the text, but significant strike percentage compared to the strikes landed is also a very good stat. I think that's what made Cell
we
win.
head into round 2.
He was a lot more efficient.
The round starts off with Trunks powering up even more. Cell hyped, he wants a challenge so badly. Bro, those Saiyan genetics really kicked in like crazy once he achieved his perfect form. Look at this, he lets himself get clipped by Trunks so he can
Oh
feel
my
the
God.
power. He does roll with the shot though, to
Oh, full on straight.
be fair. Trunks coming back in, throws a key blast volley, point blank range, but when the smoke clears, he's gone. Cell blocked the first few, then snuck out of the debris just like he did with Vegeta, who by the way set this attack up a lot better, I'm just saying. Cell sneaks up behind him and lands a kick to the back. Trunks falling down but recomposes and pulls up behind Cell to land the same shot. That clearly hurt the man, but again, you're not convincing me he didn't take that on purpose. Look at the slow-mo, he had auto lock on the whole time. Trunks cuts Cell off and lands the hardest shot of the fight so far.
Oh my god, stretched his neck out. Oh my god.
This right hand was nasty. He's hurt but manages to block the follow-up. He comes in with the left, but look at the pull counter from Trunks. A little too slow though, because Cell had time to block it with the same hand he just threw with. Now he comes in with the right, slip. The combo repeats a few more times before the two disengage.
It's good boxing, it's good
they
boxing.
Both power up here, and Trunks
Okay, I just want to say, like, this is a lot better than I thought. I thought it would be Trunks just flaying around and crying and then dying.
takes the initiative first, comes in with the telegraphed right, easy grab, grabs the left. They lock hands, and this position here is very telling. They're at a deadlock.
Wait, Trunks is taller than Cell now? What's going on?
But you see how Trunks is exerting himself here, just doing the most to generate power, whereas Cell's just got it like that. He's got the composure and that muscle endurance that lets him land this headbutt and a follow-up body kick.
Ooh, wow.
But he switches off mentally here. He thought that shot would floor him, so he gets caught off guard when Trunks comes back in with the headbutt of his own that stuns
Oh, Trunks, like, you want to play dirty? I'll play dirty. Breaks your nose.
and lets him get off this crazy combo. Body shot, staggering right hand to the jaw. Huge left income here.
Oh, I see it.
Another right up top. Same combo repeats multiple times. One to the body and three.
Oh my god, Cell is just
Cell is
ragdolling.
getting overwhelmed here. Look at the grin on his face. He's his father's son. He charges up a key blast and launches it while
Shout out,
his man is hurt. Cell gets sent to the ground, and though that hurt him, he's still not bothered in the slightest. Matter of fact, he tells Trunks that even though he exceeded himself in power, he has no chance of winning. Look, man, he had fun with the exchanges, tested his chin in his new perfect form, but the kid gloves are coming off. Trunks charges in. Whoop! Dodges the sweep. Telegraphed sloppy left hand gets slipped. Knee, head kick, body kick, all dodged. Same slow haymaker from the first round misses by a mile. It's round 2 and he's already gassing out. Man, here's where Trunks' fight IQ is going to be exposed. Actually, it's been in question this whole fight, but this is where the House of Cards just falls apart. The man is too slow to land and he's gassing, and his solution is to juice up more. You're only draining more energy. Look what good
very Vegeta.
it does for him. He's getting the same results and he's winded again after one failed combo. Cell just chuckling at him. He comes back in aggressively. Slip, 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 slip. He simply can't land. Guys, he's too slow, but he's also a mediocre front foot fighter. He keeps coming in with the same.
I need to reiterate. I think I said this in every like fight reaction I've done. When you're actually in a fight, it's not sparring. When you're in the, even though I've only done like amateur, but your adrenaline clouds your critical thinking. Okay, the slightest movement of your opponent is going to be freaking scary because you don't know what's going to knock you out. So when you're full of adrenaline, you're not going to be like inspiring. You're not going to be like hitting the pads. You're not going to be like in the punching bag or shadow boxing. You are going to be freaking scared and you are just going to resort to old reliable. So I can't give that much disrespect to Trunks because I feel like anyone would have done the same if they got freaking mogged by Perfect Cell like that, or a better fighter, you know? Because like, why would you experiment? Because if you experiment, then you're just going to get knocked out faster. So he's doing the best he can.
Approach and expects a different result. That's insanity.
You're a bum.
Cell makes him pay for that trash with
he even
the
taunted
knee to the body. He's hurt. Right hand lands flush and drops.
When you taunt, the pros, let's talk about the pros and cons of taunting. I said this in a video, the cons. Let's talk about the cons. If you taunt, the cons of taunting is you care about what you look like. So for that split second, you don't know what your opponent's doing. And then he set up something very good and you get knocked the fuck out. The pros is that if you're in flow state and you're basically dominating your opponent, you can draw out your opponent. You can make him do something predictable. And if it's very predictable, then you got the win.
Now look at Cell coming in quick, athletic. You see the contrast to when Trunks was rushing in earlier. This man is swift. He's teeing off on him. Look at the shot selection. Backward elbow to the chin. Elbow to the
Anderson Silva.
solar plexus. Head kick, and he's not letting up here. Huge uppercut lands and drops Trunks again. He's getting exposed. He comes in with the same haymaker.
How many times do we have to teach
you
this lesson, old man?
Cell slipping the shots for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And look at the beautiful display of skill here. One of my favorite combos in the entire series. Cell counters the left hand with a chop to the neck, grabs the arm and takes his back. We have to see that again. It was just too crispy.
Oh, wow. too crispy, and then it's a freaking. It literally says Saku, which is crispy burger, crispy potato. What? I didn't read it properly.
Trunks trying to free himself here, but Cell lets go and immediately lands a knee to the body. Shot to the back.
I'm sorry, we gotta
grabs the
replay.
arm and takes his back. We have to see that again. It was just too crispy. Trunks trying to free himself here, but Cell lets go.
Well, Trunks had a lot more to work with, but I guess he's not that proficient in grappling.
And immediately lands
He is young. He is young.
a knee to the
Oh my
body.
god,
Shot
Cell.
to the back. Spins around and clips him with an uppercut.
Oh my god, what the hell? Is that freaking tiger drop?
And here's a head kick to seal the deal. Man, perfect Cell is just clean. Trunks is hurt, he's gassed out, and has no answers. He's still wondering why he can't hit him. Cell straight up calls him an amateur, and he is, bro. He's
It's working. You know, Cell is probably talking shit, but he knows it's an actual technical game plan
you
too.
said you'd show me true power, but all you did was pump up your muscles. I can do that too. And this was so disrespectful. He casually goes Super Saiyan Grade 3 just to show Trunks that it's not some groundbreaking transformation. That his trump card was trash, because what's the point of getting stronger if you're too slow to land anything and your gas tank is on empty? This is fighting, it's not a strong
Was that foreshadowing Alex Pereira losing? Maybe.
competition. Vegeta figured it out and stopped at Grade 2. Goku did one better and just threw both forms in the bin, instead focusing on mastering the base Super Saiyan form. But Trunks?
I just kept plowing forward like a stupid child.
And this comment from him is really fitting. You can see that mentality seeping through not just his choice to use Grade 3, but you saw it in his fighting style almost the entire fight. It's just push, press. Cell lands on me, I come back and land the same shot harder. He did it multiple times. Let me rush him. Oh, that missed? Let me try it again. Okay, that's plan A. Where's plan B? What about plan C? He's just not a fully mature fighter, and I partially blame Vegeta for it. He didn't give him the proper guidance
Yeah, because Vegeta's training was freaking garbage too.
like Goku did with Gohan. Not
Goku Gohan training was a lot better. If you watch the Vegeta reaction, Vegeta, what he did was just strength and conditioning. I could just tell.
Not everybody's a natural like you, bro. Anyways, Trunks goes back to base and concedes the fight. Cell wins the contest in the second round via TKO. Here's the
TKO
stats for the
retirement.
second round, and these are going to look kind of crazy too, especially because Trunks landed a ton of significant strikes from this round. Again, most were from that one repeated combo where he got a ton of work off, but you have to realize Cell is trying to get something out of these fights. When he first felt Trunks' power, he was curious, so he wanted to exchange with him and get something new out of this fight that he didn't get with Vegeta. He could have done that same back foot defensive game here. Shoot, it would have worked even better here since Trunks is slower. Remember, it's life or death for Trunks, but just a sparring session for Cell. Here are the stats for the fight overall, while I make some final comments. So yeah, he's looking at it like a sparring session. And in sparring, you know, you're going to work on different things, try to get different looks. And I love how between this fight and the Vegeta fight, it's almost like Cell was getting the work in he needed to prep for the Goku fight, which is coming up next. He worked on his back foot game, worked on throwing exchanges, tested his chin against a power puncher, took a massive ki blast with the final flash, and showed high fight IQ. He is clean. It's crazy how much absorbing 18 not only changed him physically, but made him into a complete fighter. But Goku is coming off the best training camp of his life. He's the new #1 contender, and this junkyard dog is hungry for the Cell.
Yeah, Jirobe top 10.
Like promised, that's going to be the next fight I cover on the channel, and I'll try to get it posted by the end of the month, but I'm not really willing to compromise on quality, so I might have to push it back a little bit. Anyways guys, if you made it this far, drop a like, let me know what you think in the comments. As always, I appreciate each of you. I will see you soon, and I'm out of here.
Okay. I don't know why I did that just now. Far out. Alright. So yeah, I think the next one is gonna be Gohan versus Cell. So make sure to like and subscribe for that. Alright, peace. Well, you reached the end of the video, but I want to reiterate one more thing about the whole Super Trunks narrative. The Super Saiyan Grade 3, where he put on too much muscle for his own good. That actually relates to some fighters that I know in the UFC, some famous fighters. So here we have Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya. They're basically the best strikers in MMA in the UFC and the heavier weight classes. The first one is Israel Adesanya. Shout out to Israel Adesanya as well. He's actually a big fan of anime, big fan of Naruto and Dragon Ball Z. What made him champion was that he was a lot more lengthier and faster than his opponents. So he won in terms of the points, and he won by the judges' scorecards, but also with his knockouts when he was champion, it was always punches and strikes that the opponent didn't see coming. That's what made it so devastating. But after his biggest KO career win, he actually had a little bit too much confidence in his power now. So he actually shifted his strengths. He thought that he had a lot of power now. He had a lot of confidence in his power, but what made him good was actually his speed, his striking, his shot selection, and his accuracy. And after suffering a big loss, what he did after that 1 year break, he actually put on a bunch of muscle mass. Not too much, but he actually did. And then what we realized in the next fight, he actually gassed out. He didn't have enough energy for the grappling. He only lasted 4 rounds and he finally got submitted. And after that, he went on a big losing streak where all of his opponents actually finished him because he always wanted to fight in the pocket because he had so much confidence in his muscle mass and power, but that's not what made him good. And the problem was he wanted to brawl. He invested so much in his power, it almost felt like Super Saiyan Grade 3, which made him go on that big losing streak. Not to mention his age now, where he's a bit older, his reaction speed is never as good as it was. And next we have Alex Pereira, which is a big anomaly. He used to compete at 185 pounds around like 3 or 4 years ago, and now recently he debuted as a heavyweight, so he weighs in at like 250 pounds. And you know, gaining that much mass, especially competing as a fighter, gaining that much mass isn't all gonna be efficient mass. So he actually got KO'd in his first heavyweight debut because me personally, I think he just trained too much just to reach heavyweight, to the point where he didn't even like train. He didn't give himself much time to actually train as a heavyweight fighter. So yeah, that kind of relates back to Dragon Ball.